I'm going away for 10 days, so I thought that I would do a whiz through of my packing, how I pack designer bags, where everything goes, my sort of travel essentials, you know? I'm going away for 10 days. I'm actually going to Ghana, so again, it's packing for a very hot destination. It's my grandpa's 90th, so there's like a whole celebration and things are being planned and whatever else, okay? But also, I have two things to like unbox / reveal to you. A pair of custom one of one, literally nobody else in the world has these Louboutins, and a very exceptional vintage bag, because I'm packing both of them for the holiday. So I thought, what better time to tell you than now? Guys, if you are new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I pack videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, well then you're probably gonna love it here. So head on there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. I actually want to start off with what I'm wearing and a few pieces from today's video sponsor, a legendary company, SPANX. We're going to start off with my travel outfit, okay? And this is from the Air Essentials collection. I didn't really know what that meant. Yeah, it's got four-way stretch and all of this business. But when I tell you, the material is so light, but also cozy and, crucially, soft, okay? I've been doing a little bit of this and that since I got these. I'm in a medium in the wide leg trousers, and then I got the zip up, which I like because it's a long zip up. So, is that aircon blasting a little bit too high? Then there we go, she's a turtleneck. You know how I feel about a turtle. Then, actually, do you want to know what? Let's get the air flowing. There we go. We can create a nice big collar with her. Comfort is key for me when I'm traveling. That is my main priority. But I would also like to be put together. It's an overnight flight and I'm going to look just as good getting on that flight as I am getting off it. And here we have the tank midi dress. I know you're like, this is a little bit prim and proper for Cassie, stick with me. So as I mentioned, I'm going for my grandpa's 90th. There's going to be a church service. I don't need to have my shoulders covered, but I do want something that's easy, it's going to be great in the heat, and that I can accessorize up. Okay, so this is a double layered jersey and I'm wearing a black bra underneath. Do you see said bra? No, you don't, because it's nice and thick. It's also smoothing. I'm in a medium. I probably could have gotten away with a small, to be honest with you, because of the stretch, but because it's still smoothing, like, you're not going to really notice a difference. Then the skirt, lovely, light, easy breezy cotton. And again, I'm not flashing you, double lined. So you don't need to be worried about what colour underwear you're wearing. And it's an easy piece that you can just dress up. I'm going to add some statement jewellery. I'm going to add a fun shoe, okay? And there we go. And guess what? She's got pockets. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better. I'm also making sure to pack a couple of mid-thigh shapewear pieces, just that I feel a little bit more supported in some of my other outfits I'm bringing as well. My code is on the screen. It is Cassie TX SPANX. That will get you 15% off your first order plus free shipping if you use my link below. Thank you so much to SPANX for sponsoring this part of the video. I'm going to start off with my like personal item and my carry-on, and then we'll reveal the first bag and all of that. This actually isn't looking too hefty because there's more to go into this. So this is my Gucci Comme des Garçons collaboration. I actually saw a woman on the subway with this in the brown and I was like, kindred spirits. Anyway, I have this sort of like organizer inside that is actually for the Dior book tote, and everything just goes straight into that. This is my little first aid kit / small cosmetics freshen up things for the flight. I've got hypochlorous spray, whatever that is. It's an antibacterial for the face. It's phenomenal. I've got things to give me energy. I've got little energy sticks. I've got a Tide pen. No stains for me, thank you. I've got 2 lip balms in there. I don't know why. Eye drops, wet wipes, tablets, sleeping tablets. I am good to go. This I literally just refill after a trip if anything is used, and it just goes straight back into the bag. My iPad, my laptop will go in there, my new Fujifilm camera that Alyssa Lenore influenced me to buy. I'm very happy that she did. This is fantastic. I've had this for years. Any version of this to me is a must. So this one is from Smythson. It's like this orange embossed snakeskin, whatever. It's got my passport, it's got all of my important documents, vaccination records, all of that business. They don't do this anymore, but I believe Aspinall of London does, and there are some really, really great colours, and everything's like categorised, and I've got, you know, my like UK bank cards, because why am I taking those around in the US and all of that business? So this is once again locked and loaded, always ready to go. And I've got my headphones, and that is pretty much this done. This just needs to, I need to add the laptop, and then, oh, and my agenda and my remarkable. Fine, whatever. Then we move into the carry-on. This is the Rimowa Essential. They have 2 carry-on sizes. It's the larger of the 2. My supervisor is here. My boss is making sure that everything is going to plan. I've had this for ages. I have another carry-on, but this one is slightly bigger. So whenever I'm doing, like, we're going international, she's coming out. This is always split into 2 sections. This is electronics, jewellery, sunglasses, and this is bags. Let's talk about the bags, and let me show you my latest member of the family. Okay, got it from eBay. As we know, I work with eBay on short form content. High and low is where I went for this bag, and I'd had it in my watch list for ages, and I was like, coming back to it, and I was just like, there is something so very unique about this bag. It is very unlike me to not have, well, I don't have a vintage saddlebag, like that seems very up my alley, but specifically they used to make mini versions. I mean, they still do, but they're not the same. This is from 2000, and I just want to start off by showing you the chain, okay? Look at that. It's like a Dior, like, ID tag sort of bracelet with the CDs all down the chain, culminating in a mini ostrich saddlebag. What? They truly don't make them like this anymore. I'm sorry, I get it. You know when people are like, oh, they don't make them like this anymore, and it's annoying. I'm one of those people now. There were literally like 2 of these on eBay and maybe 1 kicking around on another part of the internet. Okay, I can't remember. I know that they did it in blue. Not a chance in hell to find the blue. Couldn't find it, not happening. So I thought, do you want to know what? I'm not averse to a pink bag. I don't mind a little pink moment, okay? Pinky. Right, well, there we go. Oh dear. It's mini, but listen, I'm getting my scent. We know TBE tiny bag energy. A small bag does not put me off in the slightest. So the old saddlebags used to be Velcro. Now they're all magnetic. So you have this little pouch on the front, okay, for little slim bit, the dangling D as usual, and then the top is actually a zip to open, again with a tiny CD zip pull. The hardware of this bag is 100% what makes it. Put some little stuffing in so that she regains a little bit of shape, because listen, she's 25 years old. She's 25 years old and she looks like that. Sorry, even came with all of its like original authenticity card and everything. Fantastic. Okay, so that will be kept in with her. She's got a tiny little zip pocket, and then the rest of it is just, you know, open for your bits. This is fantastic. I'm actually wearing this for the big day, the big birthday bash for my grandpa. The drop on it is also fantastic, and this is actually what I was a little bit, couldn't quite figure out, and I was like, oh, I wonder if is it like too long for a shoulder bag drop? Absolutely not. Like that, it's actually perfect, because you still get all of the impact of the copious amounts of hardware, but look at it from the side. Every angle is just wonderful. Now, the other thing though is if I wanted right under the left titty moment, okay? Just for like something a little bit casual. Oh, you didn't think I could? And then I went ahead and did. My one thing with this, obviously like I said, she's 25 years old. I do want the colour rejuvenated slightly. So I am going to send this off when I get back from Ghana. I've got a coat from Cobbler Concierge, I believe. And I've heard good things about them, and also they had absolutely no problem. They're like, yeah, it's fine. We can do this. So there we go. She's going to get a little bit of a, you know, listen, everybody's going around getting their little facelifts. You know, she's going to come back and you're going to be like, there's something different about you, but I can't put my finger on it and you look phenomenal. So a rejuvenation from her, but big fan, big fan. The hardware is just insane. We're really missing out, okay? Because they would really charge an arm and a leg purely for just making the chain cool. Okay, so she is getting packed. Anything that has a bit more structure will go on the side that has the wheels, okay? So anything else can sort of like push down on them, or anything that, yeah, has more structure and isn't gonna get bent out of shape. So she's actually going to go sort of semi down the side there. I am taking, my P9 is coming with me on as like inside my personal item. Poppy is coming out to play with Pippi, her horse. Also, none of the bags correspond to what's inside, because who can be bothered? I'm so glad I got this bag, I really am. Okay, if you missed it, I got this from Woodbury Common. The green nylon is just great. I love how easy and casual it is. I've currently, we also have Baby Elton. I didn't give you an update on the keyring's name. We have gone with Baby Elton. Why? Because it looks like a tiny Elton John. What? Glorious. Look at his tiny feet. Anyway, so I also have put, this is tiny packet of salt. This was the bag organizer for my Chanel 19. It's not the right size, it's hanging around a bit, but it does give a little bit of structure, which is good to have. And then I just put cardigan in there, and I'll maybe add a couple of other small t-shirts and roll it in there just to keep her shape a little bit, but she will go on top like that. Like I said, this is all electronics. I've got my little vlog camera. This camera is going to go in there. All my travel adapters, all of my cables go in this little guy. And then when it comes to sunglasses and jewellery, fine jewellery or smaller earrings, actually mainly earrings, will go in this. This is from L'Heritage Fine Jewellery. It is this glorious, fully embroidered little travel jewellery case. Look at that, just when you thought, and then the inside is just as exciting as the out. I've got my little fish earrings in here. You remember my fish, fabulous and glorious. And so that's in the top bit, and then I'm just taking two more sort of statement hoops, little Chanel hoops there, these little Swarovski hoops that I like, and then I've got ear cuffs in this little section as well. You can add rings and all of that. This is an Anya Hindmarch glasses case, and very lucky that they sent this to me, and yes, it says Cassie's glasses. This is fantastic because I don't now need to take everything in their boxes. There's space for 3. I'm taking my Miu Miu Sunnies, which have very quickly become my sunnies of the summer. I absolutely love them. They are so comfortable and still pack a punch. We're going for the Loewe gold ones. I think that these do, you can dress these up or down. The other ones are quite casual. And then I haven't worn my Ditas in a long time, so we're out here with the Ditas. Okay, a little bit of a red, why not? And I like that they just have a little home. So that goes in there. Are you wanting to go inside this? Yes, you are. Whatever you want, truly. Then we're going to move on to the big boy. You know what? I've not even got a scale. I broke my last luggage scale, which maybe says everything. Top section, I usually like to reserve for shoes and skincare, makeup, all of that. Which actually, the only thing I need to add, this is half my luggage allowance is taken up on skincare and makeup, I'm not gonna lie to you. Makeup brushes, okay, so that's that, never forget that, made that mistake one time. Do you want to go inside? Okay. She knows a good thing. There we go, she'll be able to get out. In terms of shoes, easy Havaiana flip-flops, can't go wrong, I've had these for years. Great, by the pool, whatever else. Then, had to whittle it down on the shoes once again. The Gucci clear wedges. These are not the most comfortable, but when they look this good, you're willing to sacrifice. They look so sudden good. I'm obsessed with them. I'm very happy that I got them. You know, there was a lot of umming and ahhing, and I'm really glad that I got them in the white actually, because I really don't do white shoes, and that's gonna go with a lot. Everything goes in a dust bag once again. Never the name of the actual shoe. We have my Louboutin Dolly Mules in the lilac crystals. Most likely those are the ones I'm going to wear for the big celebration bash. Oh, these are boring. These are just my Chanel beige sneakers. Yeah, I mean, nothing to write home about there, but to be honest with you, they go with a lot. To be honest with you, there's a great pair of Gucci sneakers that I'm like, hello. What is it with me and Gucci shoes at the moment? Anyway, you know, I did contemplate taking these. The outfits that I planned did not go with this. It's fine. It's fine. She's going to be fine at home. I'm going to come back to her. Okay, this one has a story. Last September, October, I got a very strange thing in the mail. It was this like box with a load of Louboutin offcuts, little bits of scraps, little bits of materials, whatever. And there were 2 templates of the front of a shoe. And the instructions were basically like, ages ago, Louboutin did this trash collection that was made of all of these offcuts. And we would like to invite you to do this experience for yourself. So my mum and I actually sat down and did the shoes and whatever. And then promptly forgot about them. Sent it off. This was my Bergdorf essay that had invited me to do this. A week ago, she was like, you will never guess what's coming. So it took a good 10 months, 9-10 months. Okay, this took the same amount of time to make as a child. And they're really, really cool. They're 1 of 1. Size 39, that's my size. They've called them the TPL Time Capsule Art Povera 55. They are a kitten heel. So I couldn't choose the style of the shoe, but this was the style of those original trash collection shoes, okay? Even the dust bags are very different from, you know, the red dust bags that you usually get with Louboutins. It's like thick silk. Is there anything on here that's sort of, no, it's just, that itself looks like little scraps, right? Look at that, even the little red sole. Anyway, okay, so this is, oh wait, no, this is the fun one. It ended up that I had like one that was sort of safe and one that was, none of them are safe actually. One of them that was a little bit more crazy than the other. And then this is the right shoe. So it's covered in plastic. So this underneath are the exact scraps. This isn't printed or whatever. This was like some tape I had for my planner. This was like some little, I don't even know what that is. Oh, like a little zebra stripe that came with the scraps. One of these, oh, this is a little foil Louboutin thing. This one was a picture of me, and this one was a picture of Angelica, but it didn't print, but that's fine. Cassie $2. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, you know what? These ones are the ones that are signed and it says to Cassie $2. So look at me, consistency. This is my favourite one. I don't know why the vibes are different, but I actually think that that's why it works. Weird and wonderful and nothing makes sense. And you got this little blue toe. You got weird little bits of string at some point. And they are so Carrie Bradshaw to me. Like, this is so her vibe. I love the fact that they're different. I am bringing them because I am, you know me, I'm adverse to a kitten heel. But I'm going to force myself to get a little bit more used to them because my mind initially goes to, let me do a trouser so that they peek out, right? But because I'm ashamed of the kitten heel. It's not actually because I'm ashamed. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I need to work through this. But I want to force myself to style it with outfits where you can see the whole shoe. And, you know, I can stand half an inch down in my kitten heel. So there we go. But this is, what an exceptional experience. Very cool. I didn't pay anything for the experience. It's just like, my essay at Bergdorf is fantastic and thought that I would like the experience. And I've bought Louboutins from there before. I don't know. I'm not asking any questions, okay? I'm just happy to have been given the opportunity. Travel tip. Air tags in your bag, please. Okay, you get little notifications being like, you've left your bag is at this airport, blah, blah, blah. So I know exactly where everything is. A lot of Louboutins this trip, okay? These are the ones I got at a sample sale last year. When is that sample sale happening again? Packing cubes, I do find these quite useful. These are from Paravel. Shout out to Paravel. They're out of business now. I know. So any packing cubes will do, to be very honest with you. Pyjamas, strapless bra. Nobody's bothered, Cassie. So some of the other things, like this is all my underwear, socks and all of that, all in one place. When it comes to, so for my grandpa's 90th, the dress code is all white. It's like a very West African, no, let me just say Ghanaian, a Ghanaian thing too. When it's like celebrations or a birthday or something like that, then there's a dress code and it tends to be white. Anyway, so I'm actually reusing my bachelorette dress. Thank you very much, Vivienne Westwood Panther dress. So that is in there. It went straight from the dry cleaners and straight into here. There's a day or two that I will be by the pool. My lovely little Versace cover-up. This, once again, a great spend of money. In my opinion, I don't buy myself many cover-ups, and this just was my favourite in Jamaica. So taking that with me, just with like a simple black swimsuit, Vivienne Westwood heart top. This and literally any pair of shorts, and it feels interesting. And is it technically a t-shirt and shorts? Yeah, but she's different, okay? She's changing things up a bit, and for that I appreciate. My vintage Dior, we're doing a lot of vintage Dior. Look at us, we're doing Louboutin, we're doing vintage Dior. Ah, look at us. Anyway, from the Vogue Vintage Market, so finally wearing that. This dress that I got from, I'll link the main things that I'm talking about below. Great denim dress. Really, I really like the style of it. It's got like fun over the top sleeves, and again, you can't be bothered to think you put on this dress and it somehow looks like you tried. My Vivienne Westwood polo dress that I have never worn, okay, because I'm always like, it's either too hot or it's too cold, and I think that I might just get the perfect temperature for that. Here's my thing with packing. Like, I wrote out my outfits for every day so that I know exactly what I'm packing. And then I was like, let me just add 4 more tops just in case I'm not feeling the vibe of that day. Because listen, the day determines the vibes. How I wake up, I might actually not want to wear that thing that I wrote down, okay? So Vivienne Westwood Hebo tops, an absolute no-brainer. And then a go-to shirt short set. I have the ones from the Frankie shop that I love, but this one has been my go-to this year. Just a little pair of boxers from Polo Ralph Lauren with a contrasting and yet matching top. Okay, they're both doing stripes, they talk to each other, but they're also living separate lives. And I like that I can fold them, but then I know where everything is. Bottoms. Bottoms and other dresses, I believe. My SPANX white dress that I was talking to you about. The J. Crew silk textured stratus pant, I'm obsessed with, okay? It is just like a pre-crinkled, so you're not worried about, you know, wrinkles and all of that. Satin trouser, elasticated waistband, got it in the sale. It is an absolute pleasure to wear. I wore this on my quick little trip to New Orleans to film Martha's Closet. If you haven't seen that video, it will be linked below. Glorious. It's like pajamas but chic. What more do you want? Little white frame dress, Gucci denim shorts. That was another outlet special. Fantastic. Men's Versace silk shorts that I also got in the sale, and also another pair of my most worn. Pair of cargo trousers, because I have a look in mind, but also, okay, these DVF shorts that are one of the best tailored shorts I've ever bought in my life. I love the way they look on. I like how high-waisted they are. And what I'm planning on doing actually is a video. One thing that Ghana does particularly well is custom clothing. So I'm planning on doing a video of going and getting a couple of custom pieces done. I want a pair of shorts to be made based off that shape in particular. There we go, 10 days. Looks like I'm staying there for a month. Does it matter? No. I like to have options, and like I said, sometimes how you're feeling that day is going to determine everything. So that was my whiz through how I pack, and also a reveal of some special items. Let me know what you thought of them. Don't forget to check out SPANX and my discount code and the link below to shop. I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.